Hello, and welcome to my first ever sketchbook tour. This is my 24th sketchbook. I've been numbering them for a really long time. So, like, first on the channel, but definitely not my first one. But I just wanted to go ahead and share some of my art online. And I feel like with the way that short form content has been, it's very difficult to want to just share sketchbook spreads. But I mean, everyone loves YouTube videos, and when I'm drawing, I like to watch people go through the sketchbook. So, just get into it. All of my stickers I got from different artists off of Redbubble. I've got Gurr, a little opossum, Greg from Night in the Woods, a little Mothman sticker, some puppy cat stickers sprinkled in between, more Redbubble stickers. I think this sticker might be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life because I love sharks. Oh no, that one's peeling up. And then Link in his wolf form. But anyways, so usually my sketchbooks take me about a year, but I graduated high school in this sketchbook. I started working. I moved out as an adult in this sketchbook at 19, and it has just been busy. And that on top of I started a tattoo apprenticeship in it. So a lot of my tattoo art just gets kind of turned into my mentor, or I do it in a different book or something. So this one really took a hot minute on top of online art. But we got a little opening page with just random stickers that people gave me that I just kind of threw in there. We got my I voted sticker. Another just little sticker page. So I started it in 2024 and I finished it this year. At the start of every sketchbook, I always do a content warning because sometimes I get moody and I draw freaky stuff. This one's really not that bad in my opinion. I don't think there's anything super crazy in it. I'm pretty sure. If there is, I'll warn it when we come across it. And then I always do a really cool opening page, and then I do a meet the artist on the next page. I look so different now, but this is me when I started it. I have my little circle glasses, and I have my blue hair. Hi Peaches. That's my cat Peaches. You can literally see me going through the ages. But my goal when I started it, because I still had just wanted to be a tattoo artist when I started it, was tattoo practice, to draw routinely, to do more coherent full spreads, not to lose my spark, and to put less pressure on myself, because my last sketchbook, it took forever to get through it because I had so much pressure just making giant cohesive spreads, and I really didn't want to do that to myself this time. And then this is kind of the medium ones are kind of do I think that I did it? Maybe. And then no, I didn't do it, or yes, I did. I was 19 when I finished it. I was 17 when I started it. Favorite color was black and pink. Food at the time was rainbow cakes. The artist that I was getting the most inspiration at the time was Pierce the Veil, My Chemical Romance, Falling in Reverse, Korn, Prications. I love their art. Oliver's Antics. I love their art. And My Friends. And then, sometimes we don't like people anymore. Little spread. Just started out strong, I guess. I think these were just little pen doodles I did when I was in class at the time. And then this was inspired by a Gerard Way picture that I saw on Pinterest, and I drew it because it was the coolest. And then Tiki Toby. This is the details of the sketchbook that I'm in. I think it's just a crappy one from Office Max or something. It's got little dots on it. I think they have it at Walmart. And then this little guy. He was an OC that I had a name for, but I really can't think of it right now. And then little wavy tattoo design. just random pen doodles, nothing special. A junk page. Not too fond of this page. It's the wiener dog meme. I really just taped a bunch of crap in. Also, looking at this is really weird because I have improved so much since then. So it's like, oh, this is all old art. Like, it's weird sharing art that sucks when you're better now. But, you know, it's kind of part of progress. And maybe it can inspire some other people that, like, in 3 years' time, your art will get better. I took a trip to the aquarium and I sat down and I drew the things that I saw. And I really like this funny turtle. He gives me joy. Oh, also this eel. Sharks are the best. I think they're like one of my favorite things ever. Soul Eater fan art, Death the Kid. I left this in a car and it melted together and it like ripped through. So that's when I started using tape to put over top of my drawing so they stopped doing that. This is Ozzy, my OC. He's really cool. And if I were a webcomic lady, I would totally make a comic about this universe because it's like, I love the concept so much. This is also another OC. This is Mocha, which honestly, I really want to change her name because I made it for her in middle school, and Mocha the cow OC is just not the most original, so maybe I'll change it to like, I don't know, something else that starts with an M. But, and then this is Lance. He's like a really spoiled little prince. They're not actually like in a dynamic, but they may be, maybe, but I really like she's on a little quest and she needs help. And he's like a spoiled religious icon from his people, and I think it's a really cool concept. He's from the same universe as them. This is my Knight. He's also double cool, but he's not evil. He's really chill. Oh, turn the page. Benny and the Ink Machine fan art. And also, I bought some prints from Prycations because their art is so good. So I got a little card from them in the mail. FNAF fan art. This was also a cosplay that I did. Which, holy crap, that was a long time ago. That's really weird to think about. And then Bonnie. I hate this page. That's really bad. Oh. You know, Sleeping with Sirens. More Five Nights at Freddy's. Can you tell I was really excited about the movies when they came out? Also, I just wanted to do a little background, so I grabbed a random tube of paint that I had, and I got it in a set as a gift, and it was oil paint. It was wet for, I kid you not, like at least 3 months. And it still feels like it's rubbing off on my fingers right now. So if you don't know what oil paint is, I don't really know either, but don't use it to cake on your paper, by the way. Then we got little Coraline drawing I did in crayon. Some random doodles. More random doodles. This was at the time where, like, I would take my sketchbook to class, so I didn't really have much to do other than just throw down marker or something. Swamp Monster Man. I really like him. He's cool. Little doodle, Midna from Twilight Princess. I have a tattoo of her on my arm. And she's like on top of Link in his wolf form. This was an assignment for my college class. I forget what it was called. I think it's Ethan Frome. And I just didn't want to write a whole essay, so making a comment was one of the options. A comic was one of the options. So I was just like, okay, sure. And I had to do a little report or whatever. There's more Lance art. My stomach literally always hurts, which is still true to this day. It hurts right now, and Tylenol is sponsoring this video, but not really. Also, I remember I was trying to draw animals better, and I accidentally gave this cat unparalleled Riz, and I didn't mean to do that, but I feel like he's really staring a hole through me. Little tattoo concept I saw and redrew. This one I made for myself, because I was a band kid and I was like, man, I want a treble clef tattoo, a band kid tattoo, but I want it to be unique. I don't think I would get it now, because that's lame. But also, my little brother got me a Parasaurolophus necklace, and it had my initials in it, and it was the cutest thing I had, and I lost it when I moved, and I'm really upset about it, because it was awesome. I wore it all the time. Doodles. That was just another little Pinterest reference that I thought was cute. This is Mucka and Lance again. You know, we love drawing them. We get down. But let me not... I don't know the guidelines, but you know. No more Mocha. This job lasted for like, well, not too long, a couple months, but then I moved. So now I'm a mechanic. This is what I was in the hospital. These are just drawings that I drew in there and then ripped out and put in my book. Ito. This, I never finished this. I wanted to throw something right here and like balance it out, because like this is really coming on strong, but you know, it is what it is. Little guy, little guy, Malcolm. Therapist homework. Little lady in the water. I really wish that I'd come back and mess with this a little bit more, because I feel like it had potential to be cool, but you know, I got bored of it. I didn't like it. Knuckles. I love him. He's my favorite Sonic character. I think he's super underrated. He's really cool. And he deserves more hype. And I hate what they did to him. Like, my man deserves so much. He's so cool. He's like, he's not dumb. I hate it. Little stippling thing that I did. I really don't like that very much at all now. That's sad. Norigami fan art. Yato. Little thing I did for a club when I was in school. Starting to practice more realistic things here. Little bugs and things. I really don't like realism art. I should probably practice it a lot more for like my mentor and stuff, but it is just not for me. Sorry, I just realized the camera might be kind of out of focus. That's my bad. This was when I started my apprenticeship, but it's kind of backdated because I know there's a page where I wrote that I started my apprenticeship, so I must have just went back and like threw stuff in there because it looked bad. These were just little pen doodles that I did sitting at my desk and stuff. But I think I am out of school by now. Or at least I'm out of like high school. Maybe still doing some college classes. Little doodles. Little doodles. More little doodles. I drew this while I was in the lobby of the tattoo studio that I wanted an apprenticeship at, and I was just like geeking and stressed. K-pop Demon Hunters had just come out, and I wanted to put something else here too, like there was gonna be a big drawing, but yeah, you know how we get down. I also just drew this while I was sitting outside with a Sharpie. And these were some more little doodles I did. I'm not the fondest of them. I've definitely improved. Like, these look like doo-doo buns. This one's kind of cool, though. I do like the bullet with butterfly wings, despite all my rage. this is when I got my tattoo apprenticeship. And I was leaving myself a little note for the future. There's me. I got angel fangs, the piercing, as like a gift for getting my apprenticeship. I had to take them out because I'm a mechanic right now on the side to pay for it, and you know, for some reason you can't have tattoos, you can't have visible tattoos or anything like that in the shop that I work in, despite it being a literal garage. But you know how we get down. Little pencil drawings I did on the floor at somebody's house because they were all playing like fighter games and taking turns, and I got bored, so I was drawing random shit just thrown down. Kid cuisine that I painted at the tattoo shop. I really love that that's the only thing I decided to put right here. Tattoo coils. I was looking at one, so I drew the individual parts that go in the coil, or the machine, and I thought that was pretty cool. And then I got some bleed through from this. I don't know. This was from Shavuot. But we went to like a neighboring temple and we all hung out, and it was really cool, and we studied together, and I drew their rabbi because he looked funny to me. Not like funny weird, but like I liked his vibe. So and then I drew their whole bima, and it was cool. I did this for my mentor, and I made him a copy because I wanted to keep this one because I liked it. It's all dots. I had so much fun with that. And then just more doodles. This is December of 2025 because literally I hadn't drawn anything in so long. This is all so spread out throughout time. I can't even stress it to you, like how little I was drawing. Little paint marker doodles. Some Ninja Turtles that I drew because I really like Ninja Turtles. I think they're really cool. Cowabunga. This is my boyfriend. I like him a lot. He's very inspirational to me. We moved out together at 19, which is really cool. Silent Hill F fan art. I love Silent Hill F. It's really cool. It feels less Silent Hilly than some of the other ones that I've played, but you know, me and my friends went skating or ice skating, and I was drawing us in the car on the way there because it was really fun. But we're so cute. And then I used some gift wrap from a gift that my friend got me, and I drew on it. I drew a little holly leaf lady, and you know, just kind of tape that down. This was some figure study. It looks like buns, but it was a time limit thing. Like I gave myself I think like 40 seconds to do each one, so I was kind of speeding through it. Another little spread with just crappy doodles that I ripped out and put in here. I kind of really like this stippled Cubone piece. I think he's really cool. And then I just drew some little flowers beside it. And then little eye and Blue Exorcist fan art. And I think that is where I just kind of was done with this sketchbook, because I did this like a couple days ago after I hadn't drawn in here in like 2 weeks, and I was just like, you know what, this sketchbook it's not something that I really even want to draw in anymore. It's just, I'm over it. It's so ancient. I feel like all my art improvements have been done elsewhere. So I kind of just want to end it. So I just did a bunch of doodles and filled up the last couple pages. Wrote myself a little note with a crappy doodle. and I called it quits. Cause this thing big, and it's had its time. I also, this needs to go in it somewhere because this is from this time and I got it back. They kept telling me to push black in it, and I kind of wish that I really didn't because it kind of messed with it a little bit in my opinion, but you know, that's how it goes. And then now we're on to sketchbook 25. She's so clean, so fresh, and I love the paper. This is an Ohuhu sketchbook. It's the marker pad one. So far I've only got one little sticker on it from Candy. I wish I could think of her whole tag right now, but she makes a lot of like cute juggalo things. And she's really great. But I'm gonna give a little sneak peek as like a side by side from the start of that. Okay, I accidentally opened it and then I cut the video real quick because I showed my contact information because that's in the start of it. But I did the first page of it and I did a little Tokyo Mew Mew drawing, and also the paper, like, it really changed the way my marker came down because these colors were a lot lighter before I put it down, and then it kind of took it really streaky, but also my markers are just really old and dying, so it could be a them thing. And then I did my Meet the Artist page, and I really like how different that I look in comparison to the other one, as well as how different my art looks. That shit's crazy. That's crazy. And I haven't put anything else in it yet, so there we go. And maybe I'll hit you back, hopefully within a year and not many years apart. I've also considered maybe doing like videos of me drawing or something like that, just because I kind of really like art YouTubers a lot, and I think it'd be really cool to be one of them, but I get nervous, so, you know. But if you stayed and you watched to the end, thank you a lot, and I hope that my progress was inspiring, or that you enjoyed listening to my voice in the background while you did the laundry, because that's what I do. Peace out and have a good day.